You want to go ahead and count that out? I'll just do a quick rip around the block then.
Hey, buenos dias, ¿qué pasó, amigos? Welcome back to the channel, John's Moto Garage. Super stoked. Today we're checking out a Harley-Davidson Sportster 48. So tag along. We're gonna go see the bike, take it for a test ride, and stay tuned to the very end to see A, if I end up buying it, or B, if I don't buy the bike, why not? And then I'll go over how much the dude was asking and what the price was gonna be and all that. But I'm stoked. I've been looking for a 48 for a long time. I'm a big fan of the way the bikes look, but I've technically never actually ridden a sporty 48. And of course, if you dig the content, be sure to like and subscribe. You can hit me on Instagram at John's Moto Garage, and then you can also support the channel through Patreon. Huge shout out to all the patrons. Your support is much appreciated. Without further preamble, let's go ahead and check it out, the Sporty 48.
Alright, you guys, John's Moto Garage, welcome back to the channel. I'm pretty stoked. We're checking out a Sportster 48. I just found this thing on OfferUp. The dude's pulling the bike around. I already looked at it, gave it the once over. He doesn't want to let me do a test ride without cash in hand, which is understandable. I did bring cash. The bike itself is a little rough around the edges, cosmetically, a little bit rougher condition than I was hoping for. But in this case, it's going to come down to the test ride. Count out the dinero. You want to go ahead and count that out? I'll just do a quick rip around the block then. Alright, you guys, John's Moto Garage. Here it is, Sportster 48. This is a 2011 Harley-Davidson Sporty 48. And I've wanted a Sportster 48 for a really long time. I've ridden the Sportsters a ton, but this is technically my first time ever on a Sportster 48. And as you can see, this one's got some pretty rad aftermarket custom stuff. Roland Sands, La Pera seat, I think that's how you pronounce it. And I would love to do a Street Bob Dyna versus Sportster now that I would have a 1200 in the garage. So I've been looking for one of these for a long time. I kind of forgot that these things come standard with forward controls. I'm not a big fan of that. One thing he told me about ahead of time is the neutral light is stuck in the green position. You got aftermarket air intake, you got the drag bars. What else we got over here? Wrapped exhaust. The exhaust isn't as clean as I'd like, but I dig the tank. I'll try to get off here in a minute and do a walk around. I haven't done a test ride on the channel in a long time, so one thing that I'm always looking for on the test rides, obviously you're just getting a good overall walk around look up of the motorcycle, and then you want to take it for a spin. Some people let you do it without cash in hand, others require cash in hand. In this case, the dude wanted cash, so I brought cash ready to go. And then with the test ride, of course, you just want to shift through the gears, test the brakes, test all the electrical stuff. Just get an overall good feel of the bike here. Man, this is like the most boring test ride ever, getting stuck at a light. Forget how low these things are. That thing drags a peg like no problemo. So there it is, pretty rad bike. You got the lay down custom plate. I love the big fatty front tire on these, just the look of it. I'm digging the solo seat. I like the kind of custom matte decal he has. Good contrast with the gloss black. Rear tire is going to need replaced sooner than later. But overall, for the price, and stay tuned to the end. So either I'll buy the bike, or at the end I'll reveal what the price was going to be for this motorcycle. Let me check real quick underneath. Looks good up here. Pretty rad looking motorcycle, if you ask me. So this isn't your cleanest example of a Sportster 48. It's got about 9,000 miles on it, but what this one has going for it is it's got some super rad aftermarket upgrades. Just the way it's set up. Sometimes I'll look past, you know, some of the cosmetics for the rad style, because it's a one of a kind, you know. Man, this is making for like the most boring test ride ever.
Alright guys, so there was the Harley Sportster 48, and again, this was a Craigslist find, or no, OfferUp find. I found it on OfferUp, and I have to apologize in advance. Watching the footage, I'm like, what the heck, dude? What was wrong with me? And then I realized I was coming off of a night shift, and sometimes off of a night shift, if it's my last shift, I won't sleep, and I'll just stay awake, so I end up going like 24 hours sleep deprived, and I could tell watching, I was like, oh yeah, I was wicked tired, because I came off very unenthusiastic. So anyway, the big reveal. Did I buy the bike or did I not buy the bike? I did not end up buying the Sportster 48. And it's sad to say, because I was really stoked on it. I liked everything that the dude had done to the bike, or whoever did all the mods on it. They did a good job with the drag bars, the solo seat. You couldn't tell it very well in the video, but the paint, it was like a gloss black paint, and then it had this little kind of flat black, and it had Harley in it. Anyway, overall I liked the look of the bike. The test ride went pretty good. The problem is I don't think the bike ever had like a full service. It had just about 10,000 miles on it, original tires, probably original brakes, and so overall my final conclusion after looking at it and taking it for a ride, it just was not going to be the right bike for me. Again, that's coming from somebody who's going to buy it, ride it for a little bit, and then turn around and sell it. In order for me to sell that bike and feel good about it at a price where I'd be able to make money, I'd have to get new tires, get it serviced, and that would just cut into all the margins. Which leads me to the next question, the big question: what was the price point? How much was it gonna be? The guy had it on OfferUp for $4,600, and I knew at that price point that was a pretty good deal. It's hard to find them in my area for really under $5,500. So I had an idea going out to look at the bike that it probably wasn't gonna be in like excellent, pristine condition, or he could have been asking a whole lot more. After talking to the dude, he said he'd be willing to take $4,000. So $4,000 was the price point. That's what I was gonna pay for the motorcycle, which at that price point, for somebody who's gonna take the bike, keep it, and ride it for a long time, that's actually a very, very fair price. And that would have been a great deal for the motorcycle. Keep it in mind that you're gonna be getting new tires, doing just an overall good tune-up. But again, for me, it just overall condition wasn't cutting it, and so I decided not to buy the motorcycle. So there you have it, the Harley Davidson Sportster 48. I would still love to get one of those bikes and have it parked in the garage. Sadly, that one did not pan out, but it was a great motorcycle, and I think the dude ended up selling it at that price. It went pretty fast, rightfully so. There you have it, guys, John's Moto Garage. If you dig the content, be sure to like and subscribe. You can hit me up on Instagram at John's Moto Garage, and you can support the channel through Patreon as well, link below. Huge shout out and thank you to all the patrons. Your support is much appreciated. And until the next one, ride safe, have fun out there, you guys, stay cool. Do not come to Arizona this time of year, and we'll catch you on the west side. Adios, nos vemos.